The grammar of limits, when no becomes caution. Do you feel exhausted by saying yes when deep down your entire body screams no? Stop building a life of survival where your affection is paid in emotional burnout. Boundaries aren't walls that push people away. They are doors that invite truth and mutual respect. Right now, the no you avoid saying is suffocating the essential yes to your own happiness. In the next few minutes, we're going to rewrite the grammar of boundaries so that your no becomes the deepest form of care for yourself and your relationships. If you're ready to trade guilt for clarity and exhaustion for choice, stick with me. Let's start from scratch to build the coherence that brings peace, the no that protects the essential yes. If you exhaust yourself trying to please, it's a sign that something needs to be said. Limits are not walls. They are doors with schedules and direction. When the no matures, the yes regains its flavor in the body. Guilt lessens because caring learns to speak clearly, and life stops being about survival and becomes about choice. Many fear that no will create distance, coldness, and abandonment. But what creates distance is the forced yes, paid for in a hangover. Without limits, presence becomes a pose, and affection loses density. Empaths need to learn not to dissolve into others. Presence without borders becomes absences accumulated in the heart. This grammar starts simple, like all living languages. Subject, you. Verb, care. Complement, your energy. Punctuation, pauses that avoid promises that hurt later. The melody of the limit is calm, without shouting or justification. It's a breathing rule applied to human relations. Mature limit is not revenge. It is distance adjustment. It brings together those who maintain respect. It moves away those who demand fusion. He does not humiliate, does not expose, does not theatricalize virtues. A good limit is one that works in a low and firm voice, and that you can repeat tomorrow in the same way. In this script, we go from concept to practical gesture. We will see signs of shallow boundaries and healthy limits. We will learn bridge phrases, rhythms, and discrete rituals, and a 7-day protocol for drama-free training, so that the no is taken care of, and the yes is present. Fundamentals. The internal map behind the boundaries. For Jung, persona and shadow compete for the microphone of the self. Without limits, the persona promises everything, and the shadow demands it later. With limits, the integrated adult negotiates with firm tenderness. It's not about being tough, it's about being consistent over time. Consistency is peace that does not need to defeat anyone. Limits are born from values, resources, and responsibilities. Value. What is sacred to you, non-negotiable without cost. Resource. Time, attention, body, money, focus, finite. Responsibility. What you really owe, not what they assume. When these three align, the sentence comes out clean and breathable. The body is the first to let you know that the edge is gone. Jaw clenched, short sigh, irritation for no reason. Accepting yet another request becomes a predictable headache. You say yes and your chest responds with, not now. Limit begins when the body gains the right to vote. 4 traps sabotage the grammar of the limit. Guilt learned from saying no to those we love very much. Fear of losing connection if you stop giving in all the time. Magical hope that this time it will be different. And pride in enduring everything to appear strong. Antidotes are small and cumulative like breaths. Clear schedule, times visible to you and others. Short sentences that describe, do not condemn anyone. Testable agreements with clear timing, beginning and end. Kind reviews. A limit is not a sentence, it is a learning experience. Signs of torn edge, plus quick repairs. Sign 1, you agree immediately and regret it later. The voice came quickly. The body responded with weight. Hours later, irritation arises without a clear address. You blame yourself for ill will and force your presence. The relationship gains its presence, but loses its truth. Sign 2. Conversations turn into silent demands. You give beyond your means, expecting mind reading. When the other person doesn't notice, a polite ice grows. The affection continues, but more tense and short of breath. The absence of limits became an invitation to resentment. Sign 3. Simple tasks take a toll on your sleep. Insomnia appears as an audit of excessive daytime. Accumulated promises hover around the bed like shadows. The body asks, no, and receives coffee and a full schedule. The next day, you negotiate peace with exhaustion. Quick fixes, pause, name, adjustment, and new combination. Pause to feel where it hurt and what is possible. Name the resource. My time, my focus, my body. Adjust the gesture size to fit the real thing. New clear combination with beginning, middle, and end. Lightning tools for emotional emergencies. Can I answer you by tomorrow at 10 a.m. calmly? I can get half an hour today, the rest on Wednesday. I'm in if we move the delivery to Friday. Limit is gentle precision, not flowery excuse. If these repairs have given you back your breath, consider taking a walk nearby. Thus, each encounter comes as a gentle reminder to choose the possible. The inscription becomes a discreet bell. It reminds you to breathe and adjust. We continue to refine boundaries that protect bonds rather than harm them. When it makes sense, I'll be here with the next calm step. Bridge phrases, saying no without war. Bridge sentences describe before they deny. That's why they work. They exchange judgment for data and will for measure. The tone is low. The rhythm has pauses that air out the room. You speak about yourself, not about the other person's moral failings. And it invites agreements that fit into the real world. Bridge of time. I can't do it today. I can do it tomorrow at 3 p.m. Bridge of scope. I can do that part, the rest in the week. Bridge of canal. I prefer to align in writing so as not to lose. Bridge of priority. Case A first, then B calmly. Bridge of limit. I appreciate honesty without irony in my speech. When the order touches values, the bridge needs an anchor. I value silence after 10 p.m. Can I call you early? I need predictability. Agreements leave me alone. For me, respect means speaking directly, not indirectly. Anchoring in value avoids duel and maintains the boundary. For social invitations, lightness protects both sides. I'll pass today. I want a silent Saturday to recharge. Sunday is family time. I'll see you Tuesday night. I'm running low on energy. A short coffee is fine. Taking care of yourself means saying yes to the encounter that remains. Phrases for promises already given without being fulfilled. I realized I overpromised. I'll revise it to serve you well. I can get you half today, half on Friday. Increases trust, not diminishes it. Rhythm and cadence. When to say it, how to say it. Limits are not just words, they are time and music. Saying it too soon sounds harsh. Too late turns into hurt. The right point is when the body asks for it and the mind understands. You breathe, choose simple verbs in an unhurried rhythm. The cadence settles the dust and invites the other to stay. 3 times to train: pre, during, and post. In the pre-alignment, set the intention to protect the bond and energy. During, speak briefly. 1 idea per sentence, pauses. Afterwards, confirm the agreement in writing, without drama. The music of the limit is repeatable, not pyrotechnic. Attention to acclimate of the conversation before the content. If the room boils, the truth becomes a spark without oxygen. Wait for the tide to go out or propose a micro break. Water, window, 2 minutes. The tone returns to live. Then the no finds ears that can hear. Use care markers to smooth edges. I want this to work for both of us, so in order to serve you well, I need to. My intention is to maintain respect and clarity, so explicit care gives context to the limit that comes. Finally, rhythm is no excuse to postpone forever. Those who postpone indefinitely live in interest of resentment. Choose a window and enter with small, steady steps. Limits are trails. Better a simple line than a perfect map. In training, the music improves, and the bond breathes. Body limits, signals to decide timing and distance. The body warns first when the rim is leaking. Jaw locks, chest closes, hand freezes without warning. If you ignore it, the limit comes too late and too hard. If you listen, he arrives early, calm and clear. The body is a compass that knows before the mind. Create internal scale-toe guide decisions. 0. Present and loose. 1. Tense. 2. Reactive. 3. Exhausted. Under 1, talk. Under 2, ask for time. Under 3, pause. So you decide timing with less emotional noise. The border now obeys physiology, not fantasy. Mapei distance triggers to protect presence. If the conversation turns into recurring irony, reduce exposure. If requests arrive without a deadline, formalize channels. If your schedule collapses, move meetings to when they fit. Distance is not punishment, it is care that sustains the yes. Practices of grounding before difficult sentences. Feet firmly on the ground, tongue loose, 3 long exhalations. Soft look, voice a tone lower. Reduced speed. Touch your own forearm discreetly. I'm here. Then say the bridge phrase that you have already rehearsed carefully. Close with a short review, ritual post-conversation. What worked in the tone, pauses, and words? Where did your body ask for help, and you responded in time? What small adjustment makes the next limit lighter? Practice becomes muscle, and respect, routine. If these gestures brought your body back home, consider sticking around. Thus, each new encounter comes as a gentle reminder to breathe and measure. Being registered is like setting an internal pace. Less rush, more presence. We continue to refine boundaries that protect the bond without hurting the soul. When it makes sense, I'll come back with the next step, gentle and clear. Practical protocols by context. Family, work, friendships. Family, closeness with history and deep triggers. Before the limit, align intention. Preserve bond and health. Use predictable windows. Sunday is rest, Monday I help. Define channels. Sensitive matters by scheduled call only. Review without drama. This worked, that needs adjusting. Work, clarity, traceability, and explicit agreement. Everything in writing with deadlines, scope, and responsible parties. Use triage. Urgent, important, optional. Confirm priorities. Protect focus. Silence blocks and response times. Feedback with data. Facts, impact, concrete proposal. Friendships. Affection with an edge that sustains presence. Combine formats that fit. Short coffee, walk, messages. Avoid making broad promises in tight weeks. Set energy limits without guilt and soap opera. Mature friendship understands not now as care. Effective partnerships. Intimacy with a breathable contract. Check-in rituals. Twice a week, 30 minutes. Map of non-negotiables. Sleep, finances, respect in speech. Conflict procedure. Pause, water, 3 questions, return. Quick fixes. Sincere apology. Practical gesture. And new agreement. Community and networking. Exposure with strategic kindness. Respond in your own time, not at the pace of the timeline. Remember, no means no. Silence is also a healthy boundary. Blocking and muting is hygiene, not revenge. Set off-air time as a sanity rule. Language scripts for difficult situations, requests that don't fit into your day. I want to serve you well. I can't provide quality service today. I can do that part by Thursday, the rest next week. If I say yes now, I will deliver poorly. Shall we adjust? Give me until 10 a.m. tomorrow to respond calmly. Recurring irony or subtle disrespect. I'm okay with honesty. Irony shuts me down. Can we talk directly? When the joke is on me, I feel diminished. If the objective is to resolve the issue, I prefer to speak without indirect messages. If the irony returns, I'll pause and we'll pick up again later. Effective charge for total availability. I like you, and my body needs quiet time. I can do it today for 30 minutes. I'll see you better on Tuesday. When everything becomes urgent, I get lost. Let's prioritize. I want to stay close at a pace I can sustain. Financial limit and repeated favors. I can't bear that cost. I can show you ways. This time I pass. My budget is closed. I can help with ideas, not execution right now. If we help, how about we agree on a deadline and a fair exchange? Closing of cycle or necessary removal. I realize that this format hurts us. I'm going to step away for a bit. I need space to reorganize my daily life. When I have clarity, I'll come back and we can talk further. I cherish history. I continue to take care of myself now. Crisis protocols. When no needs to be firm. Crisis is when the edge disappears and the bond threatens to collapse. At this time, the limit is for contain, not to explain everything. Short, clear, repeatable. 3 sentences, 1 action, 1 deadline. No accusations, no soap opera, no endless didactics. The house catches fire. You close doors and open windows. Protocol 1. Immediate cessation of verbal abuse. I'll pause the conversation now. We'll resume tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hang up, walk away, write it down later. No counterattack, just containment and scheduled time. Those who respect come back better. Those who don't respect lose access. Protocol 2. Critical breach of agreement. We agreed on X until today. Since you didn't come, I'll change the plan. Recalibrate scope, time frame, and clear consequence. Forward new route by email for traceability. Crisis calls for a track. Each step visible and verifiable. Protocol 3. Invasive insistence after denial. I already answered no. I reiterate and close the matter. If necessary, mute channels and create time distance. Protect your sleep, body, and focus for 24 hours. Then, if appropriate, resume with mediation or a new format. Protocol 4. Legal boundaries and physical security. Keep records, seek support, formalize measures. Limit is not solitary courage. It is network and procedure. Choose witnesses, call professionals when necessary. Care is adult love when the risk has become objective. If these protocols have grounded you in turbulent times, consider sticking around. Thus, each encounter comes as a calm reminder of restraint and care. The inscription becomes a discreet bell, calling you back to what sustains you. We continue together, transforming an urgent no into a breath of fresh air that protects bonds. When it makes sense, I'll come back with more gentle, actionable steps. Final integration, the no that takes care of the yes. Poo's Weekly Review. We have put together an alphabet: intention, rhythm, body, and language, bridging phrases, windows, protocols, and drama-free reviews. The mature limit is a song you learn by playing. It starts off shy, out of tune, until it finds its rhythm. When it hits, the bond breathes, and so do you. For the week, 7 small gestures like golden threads. Second, 1 no contextualized with a clear alternative. Tuesday, body check-in before any big yes. Wednesday, written agreement for a project that matters. Thursday to Sunday, review, adjust, and thank for the successes. Indicators that grammar is flourishing at home. Fewer long explanations, more calm, complete sentences. Sleep that returns to live in the body without nighttime demands. Relationships with less ice and more combinations possible. And a silent respect is born on both sides. When you falter, and you will, treat yourself with tenderness. Redo the agreement, apologize, get back on track. Limits are not definitive walls, they are living bridges. Each conversation rewrites the score for both of them. Maturity is gentle repetition until it becomes natural. If this grammar has turned on a light in your daily life, consider following along. Thus, each new video arrives as a gentle invitation to deepen the practice. At the next meeting, we will open Healing Silence, How Pause Aligns Body, Mind, and Bonding. You will feel how micro-pauses change conflicts without the need for speeches. If it makes sense, come with me. We continue gently, clearly, and increasingly whole.